All right, guys. This video or videos, might have to do two videos, will go over what you'll need to know for the Excel portion of the exam. Okay, so let's start off with the very basics. First thing you'll need to do is open a new Excel worksheet. All right, for you guys, all of your programs that you'll need should be on the taskbar down here. If it's not, of course, if you always want to find anything in your computer, go to the Finder, and down here, here on the left, I can look up all sorts of different things on my computers according to how it's organized. All right, so if I'm looking for Excel, that would be in my applications. Here are all my applications that I have on my computer if I don't see it down here. But for you guys, Excel will be down here, so I just simply click that on. Oops, sorry, that's what I want to show you guys to do. So if I click it on and I don't have Excel sheets open, these are the sheets that I'm going to show you guys for the exam prep right here. If I don't have it on, I will get something like this. Sorry, it will pop up and I will select a new worksheet. Okay, so very easy. So from here, okay, I can now, this is my new worksheet. I can save it, save as, and I can give it a name, and I can save it wherever I want on in my desktop, or in a folder of my choice. Okay, so pretty simple. I believe everybody knows how to do that. All right, so you'll need to format cells for percentages, numbers, and currency. Let's quickly do that, okay? So here we go. Let's see, should I do that one or this one? Let me do this one. This is from your test that you had, okay? So I think everybody knows how to do this, but just quick demonstration. I've got pay per hour. All right, these are all numbers, and if I want them to be in currency, okay, I can select the cells that I want to change. Okay, I can go up here and I can change all of these values here. I can change it. General just means I can put any format, text, whatever. Number will just be a regular integer. Currency, yeah, I can do that, which will change it to currency, but we'll stipulate that it is euros. Accounting, it'll be in euros, it'll be in a certain accounting format, and so on and so forth. Can do all this, including percentage, okay? But if I want to not only change it to currency, but I want to change it to a specific currency, okay, highlight the cells. Now, I double click on it by using two fingers on my mouse pad, and I can go to Format Cells, okay? Here I get more choices when I click on Format Cells, all right? If I want to select currency, and by default I've got euros because I am in Monaco, but if I wanted to change it to something else, to dollars or pounds or any other currency in the world, I would do that by clicking on this drop-down menu here and finding the currency I want. I can also change the decimal places. Okay, I can change it from 2, which is the default for currency, or I could just change it to 1 or none. Keep it at 2. Okay, so if I click on OK, voila, I've got it in currency. Okay. Now, let's see, if I want to change it to numbers, okay, same thing, I've selected my cell, double click, format cells, and if I just click on number, that will just change it to a regular number, okay? And right now I've got whole numbers here with 2 decimal places. Once again, if I wanted to change it to no decimal places, just go here to decimal places and select 0 decimal places, okay? Percentage, okay, yeah, I can go up here if I want to, okay, or down here in this drop-down menu, but if I want to as well, double-click Format Cells and go to percentage, and let's say I want to have it, let's see, have 2 decimal places, okay, so percentage, drop-down menu for my decimal places, I select 2, and there I got it, I've got percentages, big percentage, okay? Like I've said in class, I always like doing this double clicking and select format cells because I have a lot more options to choose from if I want to, okay? So that is how I take care of that. I'm just going to put it back to currency because that's what we had for the test. And we'll leave it at two decimal places. All right, so do simple formulas such as create a percentage, multiply two cells. Okay, let's go to this other sheet that I have here. Okay, let's go to this. Nope, sorry, the exam prep sheet that I made. Okay, so I'm just going to get rid of this stuff in there. So one thing we want to do is we want to multiply two cells together. I want to have my total cost by multiplying this cell, C4, times cell D4, okay? Once again, almost everybody in class knows how to do this, but all my formulas begin with equals. And so I want to have C4 times the cost, which is D4, okay? If I click on that, yep, that is my total cost of 27 euros. And because I've pre-formatted these cells, let's do all the cells. I've already pre-formatted these cells to be, oops, nope, don't want to move that. Pre-formatted these cells to be in currency with two decimal places. That's why I don't have to do anything, and it automatically appears as currency, okay? Now I'm going to autofill this down all the way so that it does all of these formulas as we've said in class. Put my cursor in the bottom right-hand corner. So it's that dark cross there filled in, that black cross. And if I drag and drop, it will automatically fill, as you can see, all of my formulas down like that. Okay? All right, let's move on. And let's do the other formulas that I want. Okay, so I get rid of that. Create a percentage, okay? So you'll need to know how to create a percentage. Simple math that you guys probably all know how to do, but because it's on Excel, can be a little confusing. So let's do that then. Before we do that, let's go on to do total sum, maximum, minimum, and average. And then we'll be able to do the percentage of total sum. So if I want to add up all my costs to get a total sum, as everyone remembers, equals sum, open bracket, select my values, go back up here into my formula bar, close my bracket, hit enter, and there it is. So I've added up, that's my total sum, is 1, 2, 3, these three values. So my total sum of all of my costs is 128 euros, okay? If I want to find the maximum number of a set of values, if I want to find what is the most expensive cost that I have here, okay? I do this, equals max, open bracket, select my values, close the bracket, hit enter, and yep, that's right. My most expensive item here are my bananas, which are 56 euros, okay? Minimum, what is my cheapest, my least expensive cost? Min, open bracket, select my values again, okay, close bracket, and there we go. So yeah, my cheapest item are my apples, okay? Average, you guessed it, equals average, open bracket, select all my items again, and then close the bracket, and there we go. So I've got my total sum, my maximum, my minimum, and my average, okay? So now I want to find out the percentage of the total sum, all right? I want to find out what percentage of my total cost are the apples, okay? If you remember from math class, in order to have a percentage, we have to have the number of the item divided by the total, okay? So we will do that. I will do this, okay? Equals 27 divided by my total sum. That will give me my percentage, right? That's a percentage formula. So in Excel, there's no formula that will do percentage. In other words, I can't do equals percentage, and then it'll give me that. But I can figure out my percentage of what I want by the number of the item over the sum, which you guys should all remember from math, I'm sure. So that will give me my percentage, okay? And there we go. So that looks a little confusing because I've got 0.2097. I've got that big number, okay? That is the percentage, but before it'll look like 20% or 30% or whatever that is, I have to actually format the cells. So before I do that, I'm just going to do the rest of my values. Okay. So yeah, just dragged and dropped to autofill. So, and as we can see here, I've got E5 divided by E9. Then I've got E6 divided by E10. Okay, so that is the percentage. So in other words, my percentage of apples in reference to my total sum is 0.209. Okay, so after I do all of that, I'm now going to format these cells to be percentages. So I will select my cells, and I will do my old favorite, double click, select format cells, and I will go here to percentage, okay? I'll keep it, no, I'm going to round it up, okay? I'm not going to do 2 decimal places. I will do no decimal places to get a nice clean percentage, okay? And there we go. So 21% of my total cost goes to apples, 79% goes to oranges, and 210% goes to, goes to bananas. Okay, I know I've made a mistake there because 210% is way high, and as we can see here, okay, that's what's happened here, okay? All right, now, why did we make that mistake, okay? The reason is, like I said, as we've done in class before, I don't have an absolute reference for this cell. So when I do my autofill, okay, and I go like this and I autofill all of my cells, you can see the cell gets, each cell is dragged down. In other words, I need an absolute reference for my cell E9 so that I don't get this mistake. So let's fix that. Let's get rid of these values. Okay. Let's just empty these cells. Okay. All right. So I'm now going to put an absolute reference on E9. Sorry, not E9, E8. Okay. Don't forget to do the absolute reference. We put a $sign in front of the letter column that we want to absolute reference and a $sign after the letter column that we want to reference. So as we've said in class, what that does is that nails this cell E8 in place so that when I autofill, E8 will not move and I will get a true percentage of my total sum. So I'll hit that. That's still right, 21%. And if I scroll down here, much better, okay? So 35% of my total cost is comprised of oranges. 44% of my total cost is bananas. Okay, and that all looks good. Yep, it's kept E8 in place for each one of my values, okay? When we come back, I will do the other ones for you, which are the if statement and the VLOOKUP statement. Okay.